Hey guys, I'm going to go over my orb strategy, opening range breakout that I play on the 3 minute. I'm going to show you how I do it. I would go replay, but my plan is I'm going to go back a couple days so you can see how it worked. And it fell into play the past 7 days. Um, so if I replay, it'll be a longer video. But basically, I wait for that first 3 minute candle, the green or red, it doesn't matter. But once it breaks the second candle, once it breaks the high or low of the body of that candle, is whenever I'll get in that direction. So on this second red candle, as soon as it breaks below that green line, the body of that previous candle, I'd make an entry for a put. And then whenever I do that, or after I do that, I should say, what I'll do is, again, these is 3 minutes, so I have time to do this. I'll draw my fib and I look for profits. And my profit level is usually down here at the 169 area, the second green one. But obviously on that red candle, I wouldn't take it, profit. I'd stay in here, I'd stay in it on the second red candle, and then as soon as there's a green candle, since I'm already in profit good, as soon as that green candle starts forming is whenever I'd get out on there. My stop loss when I do this would be above the wick of that first candle. So it gives you room, it gives it room to breathe, and your risk reward is pretty good. As you could see today, it was really good. It was a pretty decent one. Now let me go back to the previous day so you guys, don't see, hey, it's just a gamble and it's only a one-time thing. So here, obviously, there's the first candle. The second candle, as you can see, as soon as it breaks the body is when I'm making that entry. So as this second candle's forming, I'm making entry as it's forming because as soon as it breaks down below that first candle's body, I jump in and then I'll draw a fib. And that's why I got all the extensions and all these lines on my fibs so you can see the profit taking. As you can see, just that second candle alone hit my price target, but I'd stay in because the next candle's red, and then as soon as that green candle comes, I make my exit. Well, let's go back to previous day. So right there's 2 days in a row. I mean, I believe it was the past 7 days. It worked out like great. Um, Here it might look like, okay, it's not going to be good initially, but again, as soon as it breaks, if I zoom in there, and you can see the small body on this candle. Initially on this day, I wasn't going to do it just for the fact it was an indecisive candle. But as soon as it broke down below the body, I just like teaching an old dog new tricks. I'm just like, okay, it hit what I was wanting it to do. I'm getting in. So I'd get in. I got in on that one too. Draw the fibs. And on that one, on this second green candle, or on this green candle, or on the first green candle, almost exited once it hit the green, or because it wasn't my target price. My target price is the second one, but my stop loss is way up there, so I let the next candle play out. But as soon as that candle wicked down to that, my second price target, my actual price target, I got out on that in there. So that was a good trade too. But the whole idea, if we look at the previous day, how there was a gap there, is when you want to play it. When there's a decent gap in between them. Even this day, there wasn't a big gap. It still was in play. As you could see, it broke above. You jump in. I, this is just how I do my profit taking, is with the fibs. Y'all can do it a different way if you're using the EMAs or something else to take your profits with. But this here, again, it broke above it. And then to the upside, again, that second green line is my target. It hit it, another green candle. So I stayed in. I should have took profit when it jumped way up here, and I didn't. The next one, was there again. And on that, actually on this candle here is where I got out, because this first candle I got pissed off when it wicked up and come back down. And I was like, shit, I missed out on that. And then the next one, as it wicked up, I just said, the hell with it, I'm getting out. I didn't wait for a red candle that time. But normally, if these wicks weren't here, if it was just this body and this body, I would have stayed in, and then on this body, as soon as it starts turning red on you and coming back, that's when I'd get out. Let's go to the next day or previous day. But as you can see, each day, that I've done it this week, and I believe the past 2 weeks, it paid off. I'm trying to find one. Let me just go to auto here so it shrinks it up so I can scroll faster. See, this was a really good gap down, and same thing here. Here's a good example to show you. Don't go by the actual color of the candle for your entry. So let me draw a line here. So on this here, even though the second candle was green, if you look, it broke down below. As soon as it breaks below, even though that second candle wick broke below this body, is when I made entry. And then this one, it wasn't a huge profit day because the fibs on that first one was kind of small. I mean, it wasn't too bad, but, and here's another example too. I could explain my stop loss better on this, because this one, it almost stopped me out. It scared the shit out of me. But what happened was I got in on as it was dropping. Again, my stop loss is not a hard stop, it's a mental stop. So if a candle closes above this candle is when I'd get out. This next candle, it wicked above it, but it didn't close, so I didn't stop out. I held. And then on this big long red candle was good. And again, once that turned green is when you get out point, or for me, my exit point. And these orbs has been just freaking money for me for the past week. Playing these orbs has just been great. Technically, in a matter of the first 15, 20 minutes, 18 minutes, since it's 3-minute candles, you're in and out and could be done for the day. I mean, I've only been using 3 contracts, so I'm thinking of actually upping it since it's been so good lately. And that's probably when I get burned, because it's usually what happens whenever you get, start playing upper contracts. What you could do too is with your contracts is scale out, but I haven't. Again, on this day, obviously, it breaks down below. You draw your fibs, and as you can see, it just come down and it definitely hit my target. And then I got out on that day. But I'm trying to look for a day where it wouldn't have worked. This day here, it looks like it yeah, that would work too, because if you break it down, you enter right here. If you draw the fibs, I'd say this second candle here would definitely hit the target. And even if it didn't, the stop is up here. As you can see, no candle formed above it. So I would have held in there and then, rode that down and got out on that candle. But I believe I got out on the third candle on that day. But I'm really looking for one that, what day is this? This is May 13th. And as you can see, every one of them so far for a week, a little bit over a week now, is a winner. This one here, you may think it looks like it's a loser because it started going up. But like I said, you have to get in right when it breaks below that candle. So you're getting in at the top of this red candle, really, almost. It breaks down below, and like you get in and out on the same candle. So you get in. Remember, these are 3-minute candles, not a minute. So you get in on one candle, it hits your target. Or for me, it hits my fib targets. Look at that, it blew way through my targets. Just that second candle alone. I'm getting in right here at the break of it. It comes down, it hits my target here. Boom, 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 it wicks down. This candle here, I'm out really. As soon as it turned green, gone. See ya. Gotta save that money, man. The best saying in the world was, if you're green and let it turn red, you're a fucking idiot. Alright. Hopefully we can find one that didn't work. Obviously that one worked. I'm not even going to draw it. I don't know if I just shrink up there. Let's see, yeah, that's too much. Shrinking, somebody jumped in cold water. That one worked. That one worked. This one here. Alright, this one here I probably would have stopped out. And I'll go over this play why I would have ended up stopping out. So it's green above and below, but the majority of the wick is below, so I would enter this as a bottom one. And then once I broke the bottom of there, I probably would have got in again for a put, and my stop would have been up here, and then I would end up stopping out because with the fibs, I didn't play it this day, or if I did, I don't remember. I may have stopped out, honestly. You make so many trades, they just all, So actually, so I did. This is the one I actually took out. It had been the same candle. I thought it was the previous day I showed you. So getting in at the break of this, as it's got, swinging down there, it hit my target, and I just ended up getting out, I believe, on this candle here anyway. Just because it started coming back. That's right, because it broke down, and then it started coming back up, and then, it went up, 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 and so I got out right away on that candle. But anyway, this would have been a stop out if I wouldn't have took profit there. If I would have held and waited for a red candle, because I got in a put. As soon as this green candle broke, that point there would have been my stop point. I would have just got out and, dealt with it, and I kept going for the next price target or the next um, trade. But that's it in a nutshell. I know it was just a real quick video, but hopefully that'll explain it, and you can see this is May 9th, so you're talking what, 2 weeks, and it's worked every time. This one here would have been a tough one to get in. Like I said, for me, I got in at the break of the bottom, but it looks like, the break of the top could have gone in for, profit going up top too. So it all depends on how quick you make your entrance. I like, as soon as it breaks one way or the other, I'm entering that way regardless. And then that's why I have my stop losses where they're at, because if it goes against me, I just stop right out. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up in the Discord, um, the Trading Decoded Discord, and I'll make a link to Trading Decoded. If you're not part of Trading Decoded, by all means, join us, and you won't regret it. Hopefully, we'll see you in there. Later.